Hey y'all, welcome to another week of Daily Devos with Nancy Joe. I am excited about what we're going to get into this week. I know I say that every week, but it's truly just the depth of the word that is amazing. And you know, our Father is looking for someone who's just crazy enough to believe that He will be who He says He will be and that He will do what He says He will do. I want to be crazy enough to believe that. I want to be the one that's crazy enough. Interestingly enough, so many things I want to jump into at one time. But today we're moving into Psalm 91:4. A couple of announcements before I get into it. As you can tell, I can hardly wait. But our Women in the Word, and I'll post the link for this, our next meeting, because we missed October, is November the 5th. That's the first Tuesday night in November, and it's at 7:30. It's a local meeting, face-to-face, 7:30, usually to 8:15, 8:30, just intimate time of sitting with other women and digging into the Word. We have coffee and dessert, so if you're interested in coming, please message me. I'm happy to give you the address, and would love to see you with us. So that's one. The other is the Psalm 1 book. So this is my first published book, which is really incredible. I've had it out almost a year, but it is a 30-day journey of choice, and it goes through Psalm 1. So I thought it was up on the website, and have found out that it is not, so I'm working to rectify that. Anyway, if you're interested in one, you can Facebook message me or email me at nancyjoeministries.com, nancyjoeministries@gmail.com, and I'm happy to get you one and get it to you. So anyway, excited about that. For those of you that have one or gotten a hold of the Joseph Prince Promise of Protection book, let me know what you think. It's pretty incredible, astounding, deep, just exciting, all of those things. And this week we're going to read a little bit out of this because we're talking about the feathers and finding shelter and refuge under the feathers. So all of those things. But the first thing that I mentioned, of course, was that he was looking for someone who's just crazy enough to believe that he will be who he says he will be and he will do what he says he will do. Well, I sat down to do my devos, and I have one of these beautiful Illustrator's Bibles that was sitting on my bench, and I was like, let me just read Psalm 91:4 in that before we get started. Yeah, more light bulbs and more things going off, but I loved this translation. It said, He will cover you with His feathers. You will take refuge under His wings. There's a train, of course there's a train. His faithfulness will be a protective shield. So I speak that over you today. I pray that over you, that His faithfulness will be a protective shield over you. His faithfulness. Oh, that's good. So we're not getting into that part today, but because of talking about His faithfulness and who He is and how good He is, His faithfulness will be your protective shield. So I want to encourage you with that. That's freebie before we really get into it. So I do want to read Psalm 91, verse 4, of course, out of the Amplified Classic Translation. It says, For then He will cover you with His pinions, and under His wings shall you trust and find refuge. His truth and His faithfulness are a shield and a buckler. So today we're going to look into a lot of definitions, because that's what I like to do first, really, when we go into a new verse, is to pick apart the words so that we have understanding of the meaning and context that they're used in, and then we'll put it all together. So, a few definitions. First, cover. This is a verb, that He will cover you with His pinions. The King James uses the word feathers. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings shall you trust. And then the Amplified says pinions. But to cover, this verb, I'm going to give you all of the things so the Holy Spirit can connect some dots for you, is verb to mean hedge or fence about, to shut in, to cover, to screen, and to lay over. A screen, that was one of the definitions we're going to look at. It's to guard from injury or danger, To shield an opponent from a play or from view of a play. I know that, I understand that from basketball. So you watching March Madness when all the tournaments are going on, or watching just your team playing a game, setting up a screen. That is to block what's going on from the view of the opponent. So we are at the 5-minute mark. We're going to pick up here again tomorrow and really dig into some of these. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.